Hello and welcome. Right, we are back on Tillamook, Oregon, and I've got this lot down like I said I would. I've literally been. I thought, like, what? You're never going to use that. You've got like a production. The window is too small. I thought the other thing is, if we're going to do what we're going to do, then we need to move the animals. Which means we can't sell the first one before. We need to like buy the new one. Now I've put it in, the Brazilian one, but one thing at a time. Now, yeah, let's do this first. So this sort of will also enable us. Well, it's one thing that the buying and selling mod has really taught me is that everything's got to be done in the right order. Things have got value, intrinsic value. If you don't like sell them, we've used them this year. We've done our last cut. We don't need this equipment till next year. I don't see equipment now as I used to before. It's fluid. You don't have to. You know what I mean? You're not stuck. You don't have to have that one. You can sell that one and get another one. It is that simple. You can order it in the sales. It may come. You might not. You might buy a new one. They're all if buts, maybes. You can do this. And it's all about that type of ebb and flow that has taught me quite a lot. The used equipment mod, and also how to best use your assets is another really valuable skill in Farming Simulator. Because it can enable you to buy a production that you couldn't have afforded before, that will then make you money, that then will lead to something bigger. And that's what I'm saying. And it's not always about bigger. Wrong choice of words, but I know what I mean. It is, yeah, you sort of like move on from one thing to another. Right, let's just get these sold. Now, we haven't ordered a window yet, but again, it is something we may see. Otherwise, but we could, we could edge our bets a bit though, couldn't we really? Wow, it's not too bad. Yes, we've got a production that does that produces hay. Yeah, it's not lost too much value. Not as good as it could be, but you can't win them all. Can't remember how much the Vermeer's, the actual mower's worth. I thought I'd get plenty of fuel up. Yeah, I mean, we're sort of covered buying the... and I thought, well, I never use a cultivator. I always use a no-till. We do need to, obviously, repair the field. So we will need a seeder or a planter. So, yeah, so I'm not going to do my extreme in the normal sort of sense. We can buy used equipment, or we can, for once, I'm not going to sort of do it every single time. We've got a new farmer start. I'm still going to use the new equipment mod, but I'm not going to give any, although I keep saying all are extreme. Yeah, but it is nice to change the rules a little, that you're not under a really strict, because then I think also it gets a little bit boring for people. They're like, oh yeah, we're doing that again. You know what I mean? And I think you've got to sometimes like have a let's play that's a little lighter than others. Like it's heavy all the time. Oh, it's extreme every single time. Yeah, well, it doesn't have to be. It shouldn't. You shouldn't necessarily need for it always to be extreme all of the time. I've got the international. Again, I just some of these. I mean, obviously we sold the CV as well. We have got a BI Industries version, but there's also the silver, which I like, which would be a really. It's reminds me of the XJ, that one of my favourites from Ridiculous Dominic and FS25, which was a really strong sprung machine. But again, we often see things like that. I mean, we've got the BI Industries lorry as well. We could all, but it's often you get lorries in the sales as well. So we've got a lorry. Yeah, it's true, we have. Yeah, what am I talking about? A nonsense. And we've also got the little Tiger car that is the run around and the field repair sort of thing, and the plucky comic relief as well. So right, let's have a look. Sometimes, oh my life, half price as well. Oh my, that's not the one we ordered though. That is literally just come in. Well, as we all can see. Yeah, I think we can work that one out without your assistance. But that's a little bit, well, it's sort of good and bad. Yeah, because now, obviously, that obviously didn't make the noise, so it really is. So we're going to have to pop up here now. And let's see. Yeah, the only bad thing is I'm going to have to, like, soften all this. Well, first of all, let's see how big this Brazilian cow barn is. Then we'll decide whether or not we're going to get rid of all that grass, which is such a shame. But this is my point really about this end of the field, because it's so tight. There's a lot of turnarounds, and that's all this is about. Why it missed sort of turns. So let's have a look at this Brazilian cow barn. Very good value, 50 odd thousand. Brazilian, 2,000 animals. Now then, does it do milk though? That is true. It is. Yeah, that is true. Does it? Or is it like for like traditional fattening of cows? I should have read it, shouldn't I? Yeah, well, the other one that we saw, where are we? Cow barn. No, it's a bit before this one. It was shed cow barn. I did actually sort of point it out, but it wasn't that one. I thought it was before this. Oh, was this one here? Cow pasture with milking barn. That specifically mentions that. I'm just going to pause the cameras 1 minute. I'm just going to go on the mod up and have a quick look, like while the game's running. So I'll see you shortly. It doesn't specifically mention that it does or it doesn't, but it does show a picture of a milk churn. Let's just switch on. No, you can always see that, Marcus. If in this sort of stage, you just need to go down. Shed a milk churn, just, yeah, there. You can see it. It is, yeah, animals, milk churn. Or is it, I don't think it's water. It does look like milk churn. So we'll have a go. Let's just get rid of the grass, which is rather unfortunate. It's going to cost us a bit to like soften it off, because otherwise it'll not let us do it, which is a shame because we're wasting product. But yeah, and it costs us to do it. But yeah, also it did look like we could do it, but I'd like to make although its standard capacity is 2,000 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Although I'd like it to be a bit realistic. If you were going to do something that big, I'd want it to. And I think our land finishes here. I don't think we own the bit of grass. Yeah, but it wouldn't. That doesn't explain why did we cut it then if that's not our land. Yeah, it is. We did all of that here. So let's just see. I'm quite prepared for that entire section, including the bit around the back, to be the Brazilian cow yard. It's very, very good value. And then obviously what I'm thinking is over the winter we'll move our cows from that one, sell that one, which will then mean we can buy a bigger herd here, is what I'm thinking. So I'm sort of thinking, again, it's all about ebbs and flows, sells and buys, all that type of stuff, really. So let's have a look. I think it's fixed. Yeah, I don't think there is a... you've still got your... I think it's too narrow anyway. I think that would be your lot. So we're probably, in that case, better to go like... no, because it's going to ruin the shed. I think let's just get rid of a bit more of that grass, which I didn't realise it was ours, but let's just get rid of that, and then we can sort of go straight in that area. Then we need to put this down. Yeah, so that will actually go. I think it looks like it's a fixed... I don't think we'll get much further than that, unfortunately. We could also put a building up that end, or even a production. It looks fairly flat. There's a weird, like, cave thing. Oh, yeah, I do. I didn't realise we could. It looked like it was fixed. So we could go to that one, so we could sort of... I don't want to go too much. Yeah, let's do... Yeah, I want to leave us plenty of room. So if we go down to here, and then straight across here, cordon that off, right as far as we can. I don't know that it does anything. I'm just thinking of the realism of the situation, of the... I think we could probably go under the trees a bit more, but we'll just like go to the... Seem to... Yeah, the amount of times these... Oh, it's done it again. Yeah, you don't always end at the green glowy thing. All right, let's go back, which is like delete place, delete, that's open H. Yeah, it's not ending at the glowy thing. It might need to be come from the front by the look of it. I think so. Let's delete the last segment, and we'll go, have to go round a little bit. It's going to be a bit awkward. I think it needs to. Yeah, it needs to go like that. Yeah. Right, now we need to, like, yeah, there's an awful lot of nastiness going on, but we need to soften. I'll be careful as well. Yeah, this literally dropped today, so I'm hoping it's all working, and after all this, that we can actually do. Yeah, it does look like it did look like a churn, a milk churn, to be honest. I hope we can. We shall see in a minute. Yeah, we shall. Right. So then we will get our animals moved in here, all 15 of them. So we will need... Yeah, it's got a proper loading area and everything like that as well, which is quite amazing. Do we stick the zone markers on? Let's have a look. Water, food, straw, slurry, meadow. I think it was a water symbol. And let's just stick on the zone markers. Because if it is, we'll obviously sell it straight away. Because, yeah, it was a little unclear in the reading as to whether or not it did or it didn't. So that's what I thought. Interactive zone markers on. And we should see if it was a water symbol, not a... Well, that's a milk churn symbol to me. Yeah. Yeah, that's water. So it is. No, it is. That's definitely a milk churn. So it's definitely giving you the impression that it does. It's not showing any sort of milk, but then, yeah, it usually shows milk. But I usually does that, I think, when you've got your animals in. So food, water. So we've got a water. Luckily, we have got our small farm. We're going to need a proper one, though, if this is going to be a thing. We can't, like, manage, like, forever. Like, so let's get that ordered, too. And we'll use the little farm tech just temporarily. So we're going to go medium, I think. Or do we go small to begin with? It is there. It's on the wrong side. And it really does look right. So let's find used. Fantastic. We have got one for now that will do. So let's turn the zone markers off, because that was definitely a milk churn. So I'm hoping that that is right. So we're going to save it for now. Now then, the animal move symbol. Oh, you just switched it off. I didn't see where it was. It's true. I did. You know, I just don't like seeing it on. It is true. Yeah, because we can move our animals with the animal move mod. Yeah, so we can bring them in from. There are no animals to sell or move. Next menu. Okay. 517 it says. So what happened to the 2000? It's true. I think you need to go to where your animals are, if I remember rightly. And also the other thing is I'm not sure it still works. There's a lot of mods that are not actually working, so it could be... But I think you have to go to the place and then, like, do it. So let's go there first. See, the pressing enter does not work. It's ridiculous. Right. So animals, I should know where this is. So 5. Select. No, can't sell. Okay, well, in that case, that's another mod then that's actually broken, because you used to be able to do that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so it has definitely got that particular symbol then. In that case, we'll do that next session. We'll ask the shop to deliver one. Let's have a quick look at... Yeah, I didn't show this last session, which I apologise for, although I did overfill these... No, I did sort of. Yeah, I did. I showed it like this. It's going quite nicely. It's going to produce quite a lot of digestate as well. The production side, we put some in, but obviously I made a mistake with the... Yeah, and so this should have silage. It's got a little bit in at the minute, and it is also producing. So yeah, we should be getting tick-ups now, and we have got a shed load of things. We've got the Vermeer already, which is quite phenomenal. So what we're going to do is time is going to tick. I mean, our animals are fed. No, that one. Yeah, they are all fed. So no, they are. The hay is totally in there, so we're quite good for today. And we'll lease tomorrow morning. I'd just like to get out of August, if I'm honest. It's been a real... Yeah, I mean, it's 2:30 legitimately. So let's go through till about 6 o'clock at night. Ish, maybe 7:30 even. Oh, that's right. I had bought the... Oh, that might be very useful, actually. Right, what I was about to say was I have put those lights in that you have to buy from the store. So let's just buy one. Yeah, I think I think it will be in flashlights. And it's these ones here. I'm going to go for the headlamp this time. Yep. And it does, yeah, I used to think it wasn't working. If you press like F for light, it's something about L. And the beautiful thing about this is that it's quite special, is it actually stays on when you go inside it. Or it did last time I tried it. So I like this, because obviously you've got your hands-free as well. So we did see we'd actually got some goodies. Let's actually, yeah, grab that and sell that. It's only the, yeah, it is, and it's only the standard one. Yeah, we'll leave it. We won't. And in fact, yeah, we'll buy that, but we'll just go through as well. Let's go through till 12 o'clock at night. We should get a bit of a tick up, because we have got a generator, even if it's a poor one, on the top of the roof on the... you were saying? Obviously, we haven't. I thought we'd... well, it shows as it's on, unless it does it on an hourly basis. That is well worth having. We are going to need a roller in time. Sprayer. That's a really good price for the bird towel as well. And it's got 3 narrows, where you normally pay 1,000. So we will, and we'll buy the Farasin to sell. Sublevimus header with the no picture again. So we're going to buy that for us. We may as well, I don't mean it funny, but that is a good price really for a 9,000 litre, 60% off. So yeah, I think that's not a bad idea as well. We're all buying though. Well, we're trying to sell our animal place, aren't we? So then we'll be quite well off. Plus which we have just bought a load of gear. It's true, we have. This is definitely true. Right, okay, let's just get a little bit. I just wanted a bit of a change from the grass work. It really was quite. So yeah, we knew about that. We knew that we'd got that. So let's just sell the bits that the few bits that we... Oh, I've got the automatic lights on. I was thinking I never pressed the lights on. I've got the mod automatically. Yeah, I put a few mods in that I thought, well, yeah, that's a good idea. So that's those two are to keep. That's is to keep, and there's only two things to sell. Yeah, there's far more we've kept than we've. Again, though, 60% off for the Berthoud. It's a beautiful bit of kit. I've not had it in ages, and it really is nice. So as far as I'm concerned, it's not a bad. Let's switch the zone markers off now, though. Yeah, we don't need them on anymore. So I'm hoping that we can, we will lease an animal transport in the proper morning when it actually gets light. Is all I'm going to do. So we'll go through till tomorrow morning, September morning, and then no, oh no, I need the telehandler again, don't I? No. Why is it not showing the harvester? Oh, because it's a dot. Ah, you just... Oh, I like it. I do. It switches the lights on automatically, as it says on the tin, but that's going to be really amazing. The other beautiful thing is, which is that my headlamp should also come on without me actually having to keep pressing it on and off, which, again, I got rid of it quite quickly. I put it on a few months back, and it was only when I got rid of it, I said, yeah, but because first of all, I couldn't find its like key config, and then I did find its key config, but I thought, really, it really is quite good. It's just you that you're not used to it. Yeah, look, my light's on. I never switched it on. Although I have also got the mod that does that too, but it is true, it is the headlamp. Yeah, because true, this is the headlamp that's on, not my normal flashlight. So it's definitely fantastic. So let's go through till about 4 o'clock in the morning. It does, honestly, is about every 3 or 4 hours you get things on the hour, nearly every single hour. So it really can be quite phenomenal. Oh, now that would make a nice tractor, wouldn't it? Yeah, we are short on tractors, but again, I've said this before, sometimes it is a beautiful tractor. I have actually got it on one Let's Play, but you can't always afford everything all at once. But then sometimes that's a very good price for that kind of calibre tractor. 127,000 for up to a 530 horsepower is almost too good to be true. It really is. So to me, it's one of those deals that you like think, I'd regret it. It's only 355 at the minute to go to the max. We're only talking 25 grand, and you got a 530 horsepower tractor. So I think we'll buy it for that. No, we won't, because we've just just bought a cotton harvester. It's true, we can't. It is going to skint us, but again, we have got the asset of the animal place once we've done that. So I just think it's just too good a deal to be missed. And again, as I've said before, if you've got to sacrifice it so as you get some big item that you're going to make a fortune from in the sales, then again, you've got to do it. But you've got to go with the intention of knowing it's a very, very good deal. So, right, 226. Now we can afford that. Just as is to begin with. And we're down to 98,000. That's something else just come through. Wow, it did as well. Wow. And that's what I'm sort of saying about how flexible the sales are, but it is true. I'm now beginning to view things like in the sales like this as assets, so they're not carved in stone. So sometimes you've got to sacrifice an asset if you get the opportunity to buy something bigger, because it's just... I mean, the other thing is the SPB, we have ordered it. That one came early. That one's not ours. But, so what I'm saying is, although it's a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, as the old saying goes, it still can be sold because we've already got one ordered. So it's not the end of the world if we did actually get rid of that one. Wow, that's about 10 grand. Right, so then, yeah, the others, we're not going to waste everyone's time with buying things that are really small. So let's go through till about 9 o'clock. And then I think we're going to go do the animals. I don't want to leave it. I want to like get that done this session. We'll ask the store to drop one off, I think, at the top. Ooh. We do need one, but unfortunately not at this precise moment. Ooh. Yeah, but I could do this a little bit more cleverly, couldn't I, really? And then I probably could just about afford it. Yeah, I've got, again, I'm used to, I know we just had 200 grand, but that's what I say, the tractor has seriously cleared us out. But again, we may just be able to sacrifice. I really don't want to lose the tractor, but if I've got to, then I will, because it's more about earning for the farm than it is anything else, as I keep saying with this particular thing. But there are other things we've got which we could also sacrifice before running that, because it's just, I have such a good tractor, a tracked class for that kind of value. It's almost a third of its price of what you'd expect to pay for it, and the upgrade cost also by Biggins is phenomenal. Right, so 120. How much is that? No, we still can't afford that. Not quite. So let's grab that. We may, I'm not sure. Even if we have to sell a few little things or maybe sacrifice the limer, there are cheaper options than that, so it wouldn't be the end of the world if we did get rid of that. But I really would like to keep the tractor and the SPB, I suppose. The SPB's probably, I'd sooner get rid of the SPB than that particular one. I would. Because we have got one ordered already that is at some point going to come in. Still not, yeah, you only make a few thousand, not as much as you're thinking. So how much would we make for the agri spread? 26,000. Oh, we have got the Anderson Group to sell, haven't we, as well? One thing we're also buying that as well, so... Is it the Merlot? John Deere, the Demco. No, I want the Demco. I think that's really good. Obviously, we will be able to get rid of the Super Sis at some point, but not at the minute. Bertauda is, yeah, it's just too good a deal, really. So I think the agri spread is probably one of the few things, and it probably would just about, if we had to sell a couple of the little things, probably, yeah, that might actually do it just about. I really don't want to sell the tractor. I think I'm almost tempted to lose the harvester, but it's just the profit you make from a big item like that. It's between 10 and 20 grand per item of that sort of caliber, so it's sort of, again, you really, if you're doing the buying and selling, and it was sort of technically we have got far more money than it looks like. It's just it's tied up in the other cow barn. Ooh, very close. Very close. Not quite close enough, though. 3 grand short. So we could buy that. And the trailer 2. Oh, no, we don't have the cover. It costs you. And it may just about make enough for doing that. So let's have a look. And then we're going to do the animals, and then that's it. It's not going to be a monster session. I just wanted to... ooh, my bad. Yeah, the model's not... That's true. Why is that like not seeing... I think it's still only seeing this as it naturally is, which is a... 3-point-something meter header. It's only seeing the one, even though the work thing is, there's got to be a way that this must Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah, no, I do. I know what I haven't done in the XML. That's why it always sees it as, yeah, every time it lands in the shop, I always wonder why does it never give it enough room? That's because inside the XML, it only says it's like 3.1 meters. Yeah, I need to change that because that's what the shop menu, one of the reasons the shop menu exists, is to tell the game how big an item is width-wise. So I think we can just about do it. You were about right. Alright, so then let's grab the harvester and we will see where we are at. And then we're going to go move the animals from the top. Where is the animal dealer as well? Because if we were getting, it wouldn't be about, yeah, we haven't got any money though until we actually do this. So where is the animal dealer? Well, according to this, there isn't one, but I'm sure there is. Have we switched everything? Yeah, no, everything's on. As I said, the game icons don't always work. So, yeah, we can't see it. Let's just sell this. And we're going to pop up the top. Lease something like, something that does 15 cows. We could do 2 journeys. It's only... Yeah, it's not very far away, is it really? Oh, wow. It wasn't bad at all. Yeah, for saying we bought the tractor. So we'll bring this lot up next time. And let's just pop up the top and move our animals. But also, it is true, we could... we do need a tractor. Yeah, it's certainly proved how much work we'd done. You're going to be losing bales. We ought to grab them quickly while they're still... Yeah, we need to knock those in there as well. Let's just grab these. I was forgetting about the fact that rain does kill your bales. We don't want to be losing all of that hard work after we've done it all. Yeah, let's get them all on and get them in, because obviously it will have processed an awful lot of silage. Ooh, okay, it's not liking that. It usually grabs them. Yeah, let's have a look. How much has it done? Oh, my life, 99,000 litres in there. Super self-sufficiency has a shed load of digestate in there, so it's actually, yeah, it's obviously brought a lot of cash in that we're not aware of. Production silo, yeah, it's got to have produced 69 tons of oh no, it's this one that's got the loads of digestate, isn't it? That's produced, yeah. Wow, gonna need some more water. It's out. That's why it stopped. It's good. Some of those are rolling in. Let's just assist. Then they're going to be hard to get. Let's knock them in the shed. I'd imagine inside a shed they're actually okay. Can we get one of those? I think we probably can just about. Fantastic. It was only when the rain started to fall that I thought, oh, your bales in the field. I don't know if it's like FS19 where they literally melted before your eyes. That was sort of scary times. It was to have grass bales in the fields. It really was nasty. Yeah, so hopefully, well, we've obviously got the SPB as well. That was fantastic too. If we can keep hold of it. Yeah, I'm not classing anything as cast in stone. Yeah, we also need to fertilise this. Again, but we didn't have a fertiliser. As I say, we've got very rudimentary equipment, and I'm not complaining. I'm glad in a way because it gives you something to work at. That's why I really we need to order another one, don't we? So we just sold it. Although we could use the burnt out as like liquid fertiliser because we can make some of the self-sufficiency. So that's not necessarily a bad idea. Now then, let's grab these, stick the whole lot in the self-sufficiency. Oh, that's yeah. And I'd imagine we'll probably get all of that in now. It is a beast, it really is. It's like very much like Omatana's farm supply production. Well, to be honest, it was modelled on that beautiful mod by Omatana. It was that gave me the idea. It's ever so weird because sometimes it actually doesn't do it and then other times it does. Right, anyway, that's done. So let's go grab... Oh. Yeah, let's go and grab some animals. Oh, while that's just doing that, let's do another one. It doesn't take long for this to stop the filling bit. It's not like mine where it carries on for a while because it's yeah, it seems to looks like it's going to go on for a long time and then all of a sudden just stops and yeah, like now. Anyway, yeah, we've not got time to do that. Let's just let go. So trying to think. Yeah, so let's grab a... Yeah, we only need a little one, really. It's true for us to shift from there to... And I really do hope it's got milk. I really do think we might have a mix of these and... Again, we need to find out... Yeah, we ought to find out before we start to buy more whether or not that it does produce milk. Because if it doesn't, again, we're going to need to lease another... Oh, okay. Oh, no, you just... Oh, I hate it when you do that. When you forget that you've just done that for another reason. Oh, animal transport. Okay. Oh, that is so annoying. 13.6. 10. Yeah, it's not. Mine's not actually much lease. Right now, then let's. It's typical, isn't it? That I can't believe that. Yeah, well, I'll get the Deutz down the other end. The next session to sell. Can't believe I've done that. presuming this is this side where it normally is. I would say so, because it is a Horman. Right, so... Ah, yeah, that's it. Now then. Yes, it should be at the loading ramp. So I don't understand why it says 2,000 animals and then it says we've got the ability to have 500. It doesn't make much sense to me. Definitely left enough room here though to treat this properly, which is nice. So it should be right with the loading ramp here. I do like models like this where you've got a visual representation of like where it really would be in real life. It really is nice. Let's go grab, and we will then feed them. I'm gonna have a mini silo, which is really a buy point, but I'm gonna have that fitted down here because I'd sooner as use the silage for the BGA. That is our business and our bread and butter, and obviously we'll buy the silage in from other farmers. And I always do it in the little silo type one, so it looks like, you know, like it would be a silo for animal feed and things like that. So that's why I created it to look like that in the first place. So let's get the littlies in, and then we can sell this place. And we've got obviously room for something else down here. So, ooh, wow. So, lost 40,000. It was 240 yesterday. Wow. That's nasty. It is. That's really quite shocking. Yeah, 40,000 for 1 month. Have we got a trailer? I mean, I know we've got the trailer back, but that's not much use really. Oh my life, I don't know. We should, I think, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Yeah, we're gonna have to. No, we didn't just buy one. We bought the XL back for. Oh! Never turn. I hit a bump, and I knew I was going to do it the second I did it. We also need to water them too. Right, fantastic. So let's have a look. Have we got a... Did we leave it up at the farm? Yeah, let's have a look at what we own. Can't remember if I did see one. I think it was mainly... Yeah, we got the drop deck. I can't remember us seeing... Yeah, that's what we bought, the container, but that's no good without the back. No, we haven't. Ooh, that's annoying. It is. So what we're going to do then is we're going to order one, but we'll lease one temporarily because nobody's going to let their animals starve. That's what I'm saying. Mind you, I haven't made those rules for this one, so we could actually do that. But I'm going to still stick to what I normally would to a degree. So let's grab... Yeah, let's lease here. Let's grab a trailer for now, and then we will order one at the same time. Right, so then let's grab the 50-tonner, and we'll order. Yeah, so let's lease for now and find used 2. Oh, it does the store delivery as well, like for the... So we paid an extra 90 for that. Now then, everything is down there, the water and that. So if we stick... I know where we'll stick it. I do. Right, so let's stick the mini silo. No, this one. Yeah, this is the one that really, to me, looks the most like a silo. So if we stick that, sticking over there, should be all right. Let's just get the... I don't know what's... yeah, again, it's only popped today, so let's just unset that before I forget and like have something else delivered. Oh, so we'll get the animals fed, and then I think that's not a bad sort of session. We've shifted the animals, we've sold the place back up to 323,000 due to the fact that we've obviously sold the old place, like we said. We'll get some water for them too. Get the farm tech. No, I think you need to put some in first. I think it's a little bit further down. I think it's water first, and then it's the team off down the other end. I think. I'm sure that was right. And then we shall see how much storage there is for food. Because I think most of the Brazilian ones are quite small storage. The one that I've seen before was, yeah, it's not. It's a little bit bigger than the other one, but it's not huge. All right, so need straw as well if we're going to do. Yeah, it does straw. Where does that go? Let's do another 20 tons. I think we can probably get away with. And straw. Let's stick the... Now, this was another thing that was broken again, was the manure points. So I'm hoping this is now fixed. Because last time I placed this, it broke again. Like it worked on the session and then said... So again, let's have a look. Let's grab mine because there's nothing wrong with mine at all. It's cheaper than that. I think it's in silos. Yeah, the important bit is on that right hand side. Oh, left hand side. The only thing I don't like about this is the fact it turns with cardinals, so you can't get it to like turn a little. Yeah, it goes crazy. It takes such a lot of mouse movement to oh. It's crazy how this works now. It doesn't move at all for ages, and then all of a sudden it moves 2 lots. I think it's probably... you don't want to go too close to the slurry point, or it's going to be difficult. Right, so let's just make sure it says, but not that this makes much difference, because it can say one session and then the next session it says it's no longer connected to. But as long as it says connected to, which it does, we are good to go. So let's have a look. Straw. How much? Yeah, oh wow, that's a good guess. Straw. Doesn't say. Stick this in and hopefully next session everything will be tickety-boo. So where... Oh, same place. Yeah, don't fill it. Let's just see, because I don't want to like get a full 47 tons. And obviously we're going to get hit for leasing costs. And that looks actually quite a bit of straw as well. Looks about the same, 60, 70 tons. Yeah, I had to, there was one of these in FS25, the Brazilian ones, and it got, storage was so poor with the food that you couldn't really make it work. Let's have a look. Yeah, so the manure, yeah, well, you can see the manure's working because it's gone green now instead of grey, so that's good for now. Has it got slurry storage? Yeah, 300,000 litres. Fantastic. So, oh, we can go more straw. Let's do about 20 tons again. I'd just like to fill it as best we can. It looks like you can actually do quite a bit. Let's just say another 20 tons. Then we'll do the water. I want to make sure the animals are all good. So let's grab the Super Sys, the Farm Tech. Brilliant. While we're down here, can we have a go at seeing if we can rise the ground today? Whether it's going to allow us. Let's give it strength. Oh no, but then if it does work, it's going to make it really... Still taking the stuff off, but it's not actually lifting, but it's the money goes. It's not lifting at all. But it's taking my money off me. I've never seen... Oh, it's really so annoying. Can we like do the... What about the level from further back? Does that work? Yes. Aha. Where there's a will, there's a way. Fantastic. Why would it not? Yeah, I have no idea why that wouldn't work either. It really makes no sense to me. So let's take it out a little bit further now. We've at least got that. Adjust a little, and then we'll soften just a bit. But we need to be really tiny, just on the edges so it doesn't look too terrible. Oh, that's so much better. So awful, the look of that. Right, so then let's grab that. Take it to the top. Is it getting water on the... You shouldn't get water on the fur, obviously, because that makes sense. But everything else... The silver should. Yeah, because it has still got the... Oh, I still need to alter that a little. Yeah, no, it is. It is getting wet. Fantastic. Yeah, this is obviously, as you can see, based on the Tigray car, but I've really taken it a little step further. It really is. And also it's got the attacher at the back, and it should be about perfect now. Nearly. Just a little bit further to the left. Tiny touch. It's in the right place, though, which is good. So I think we've actually got the tractor. I reckon we can probably easily afford that now. So it's beginning to take shape a little. If we do get milk, we do stand a chance of doing what the map maker asked, and that was let's just stick a bit of grass down here as well. Looks awful, that patch like that. Fantastic. Ooh, so we didn't quite get rid of all the straw this last time. Yeah, I was quite intrigued when I saw this drop earlier. Say with 2,000 animals in. That's quite... I'd imagine that means a maximum of 2,000, so you'd probably need a really massive, huge... I mean, ours is not small, but yeah, probably 4 times the size of that to get you 2,000 animals. That's the trouble. Sometimes you think of it too literally, or I think of it too literally. Let's have a look. How much do they need? Oh, it looks like quite a lot. It does. That looks about. Yeah, this we are going to fill. And then I think that's not too terrible. I'll send the Joss skin back. We will have some animals delivered, and I will make the herd bigger as well. But we should wait. Oh, brilliant. That's doing well. So yeah, it's not a very large starting herd, but then I don't expect any. It's quite nice to actually get any animals at all. It seems to me that every single time you go in the menu is when your water stops filling. We sit and watch this, it seems to like last. Every time you go in there and then come out, of course now you've said it, it's called it out, it's not going to do it. Ah, that's because it's filled. Right, smashing. How are we doing with our... Yes, because obviously we've chosen the digestate silage, so that means it will stop when the water runs out. How much have we got left in there? 138,000 litres. We have got some in the production silo which we do need to tell to go. So grass needs to distribute. When we can find it. Distribute. Fantastic. So then we have 138,000 litres. We put some more in. How much did we have in there? 102,000. There's a couple of bales stuck in the in the actual shed, but it's not a lot. Right, fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to send the Joskin back, and we're in business, and we will get some animals next session as well. Or do we? do a couple of months of trading to bring in a bit of cash. Obviously, we've got things that we've ordered and all that type of stuff as well. Not necessarily a bad idea, so I think we might. Yeah, so all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.